Good morning, Vietnam. So the universe told me that I didn't need coffee today by way of having my coffee spill from my cup holder onto the floor. So after cleaning up that mess, I've decided to just say screw it and double down on something else. I'm gonna wake up in a different way, and I've decided to do it with some sativa vape, and we're doing 2 today, which is kind of crazy. So real quick, gotta get this off my chest. So I've been wanting to review these 2 since the Hidden Hills video came out, but I've just been really busy. And one of them I actually vaped like crazy through, and I had to put it away because I knew that I would destroy it if I continued. And then I started vaping other things and making more videos, and here we are. So first off, this is about the company Cake. So cakes are really commonly faked, so much so that they actually have had to change their designs in the past. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. I am actually getting ready to dispose of one of these products, so I'm going to finish it off. This was the first of the 2 that I picked up from Cake. And the eternal question here is to ask, is Cake really that bad? Or have we let internet propaganda basically block out a company just because it's highly faked? I have a lot of theories about Cake, and I have no truths. I'm not reaching out. I'm not a journalistic channel. But from what I've seen, there are definitely fake cake carts out there, fake disposables. I think I bought one once, and I threw it out right away because you could just tell by the taste and everything it was not right. But guys, tell me you still think this stuff is fake after looking at some of the stuff I've got here. So first off, I have actually had this type of device before, but this is Cake's Coldpack. First things first, you got your Cake logo. It is a 1.5 gram disposable, which at the time, a lot of disposables were only 1 grams. I had seen some 2 grams hitting the market, and like nowadays a disposable under 2 G's is pretty rough, so right now not the greatest option. However, there are some really cool things about this product. So the Coldpack, and this is the Blue Dream sauce, is Delta 8 HXC or hexahydrocannabinol HHC and thc-p. They also state that they use all natural native terpenes, which most likely are California plant terpenes. They are not cannabis derived, so the taste is already not going to be as awesome as some of the other vapes we've reviewed. That's just the unfortunate truth. It is made with live resin, however, so I got really excited when I bought this, and let me tell you, I have hit this cart to death. It is getting down there, man. And that's kind of a good, kind of a bad thing, and I'll explain why. This is the one I had to put away. It's got a really smooth matte feel, which I like. Got your Cake logo right there, micro USB charging port, and a much older, much flawed mouthpiece. Now here's the thing about these. You can usually get these at a gas station for about 20-25 bucks. The thing is, getting them from a gas station isn't recommended because, could be fakes. So make sure that if you are getting them from a gas station, that they are legitimate. What you can do is you can scan the QR. Don't even bother with the social media. I feel like these accounts existed at one point, but they get banned. And the reason I say that is official Cake brand, Cake distro. On our next device, we have official Cake brand as well, but we've got the real Cake brand. So their social medias honestly are out there. There's a lot of sketch about this company, but after using these 2 devices, and you'll see what I mean when I hit them and I talk about them a little more, they're not so bad, but they are kind of bad. So today's mission is to find out if these disposables are worth your time and if you would want to get one. These are not going to be for everybody, and if you have better options out there, there's definitely better options. But with that being said and that being mindful, let's go ahead and do the review. Cheers. Now this is really hard to pull on. Damn it. So this one is really hard to pull on right now, and that's because it's pretty clogged. At about 1/3 of this tank's life, I guess you could say, there is no preheat function on these. They're very cheap devices, so you have to pull hard or hit it with a sewing needle to kind of burst and get a little airflow to make it activate and make it heat up, which is going to clean that up. A lot of devices have preheats nowadays, but they also have like devices that are just not fucking clogging, so good on them. The device itself, especially between clogging, battery life, and I mean the feel's good, but like the micro, the Clunky Mouthpiece, everything about the device I kind of hate. The only thing I like is that smoothness, but beyond that I hate it. That, and it's red. Like it's such a weird design and color. The other one's the same too, but we'll get there. One more hit. I'm gonna go a little smaller, and try to taste it a little more this time so I can describe to y'all what exactly I'm getting from Blue Dream Slush. This one just certified hurts. You get the blueberry flavor smacked right up as soon as you hit it, tastes like it smells, and on the exhale it just gets really peppery. Obviously they're trying to push for that like cushy taste, but you can't really get that with native terpenes. Like, it tastes more like medicine-esque than what you expect it to taste like. Not very plant-like. And this Coldpack is a sativa. Both are sativas, despite the weird name of my next product, but we'll get there. I'm gonna have another hit of this, and man, effects are pretty light so far. I've been vaping some really good stuff lately, so this is not the greatest hit. And that's also one of the reasons why I've been hitting it so much and why it was down so low. Why I had to put it away was because you have to hit this sucker a lot to really feel effects. I will say that it is a step up from some of the cakes I have had in the past. Back when they made their regular, like, Delta 8 and their classic, they call them the classic now, Delta 8. The Delta 10, which I'm personally a fan of. The green apple one I really enjoyed, but like I said, the effects were not very strong. And it was more of a candy taste than a, like, herbal taste, which is, you know, it's great for if that's what you're looking for. I know a lot of people with nicotine vapes like to have like lots of crazy flavors and stuff, and if you like those kinds of flavors, you know, do you. But I like to have a little bit of skunkiness or a little bit of like floral notes to what I'm vaping, which is why I've really been loving these new CDT products. Enough chit chat, I'm gonna take another hit. Artificial candy blueberry, it's okay. So far on the Blue Dream Sauce, I've got to rate it pretty low. I'll get to the next one here in a minute, and we'll talk about the ratings together as well as like compared to other products we've had on the channel. But I kind of like this product a little better, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about that. This is the Sleeper formula, mixture of cannabinoids. So this is a sativa, the strawberry cream. It has Delta 8, Delta 10, THCP, THCO. So if you're comparing the Sleeper to the Coldpack, you're basically swapping out the HHC for Delta 10, which I've already stated I like Delta 10 quite a bit. But you add the factor of THCO into the Sleeper, and that's the sneaky. I have a love-hate relationship with THCO. Sometimes, if THCO is in the right blend, it will hit good later on. Other times, it'll be just like solid, flat, just THCO, and that just kind of makes me groggy and out of it. It's not what I look for, especially if your THCO is a sativa, you know? So let's get to it. Here's a hit of the strawberry cream. Go figure, it's fucking clogged. So right off the bat, this is so much smoother than the Blue Dream, which I don't understand, because it's just Delta 8 HHC, which HHC is usually pretty smooth. This one's got Delta 8 and Delta 10, which are usually a little heavier, more peppery. So I don't know what it is about the blend, but so far so good. I haven't vaped this one near as much as I vaped the other one. As you can already see, it's a bit lighter color of distillate. And this one's only about 1/3 down, so right off the bat, this is when the Blue Dream started clogging. That's why it was slightly clogged on the first hit, is it's getting down there, but it is still pulling decently smooth. If this gets to halfway and it's still bad, like, that's just a device thing. These mouthpieces suck. All right, round 2. The taste is so much better. I don't know if it's because this is the new Sleeper blend, but it's smoother and it tastes pretty good. Unfortunately, it is that sweetness, but it's a good sweetness. This one's a little different. When you breathe it in, you get almost no taste whatsoever. But on the exhale, that full strawberry flavor hits you, but it's not like a artificial candy strawberry. It's more of a light, creamy, vanilla-esque strawberry. Hang on, I gotta hit this one more time. That taste is, that's something. Yeah, not as much on the inhale, but on the exhale, it's very strawberry vanilla-esque. It's very strawberry vanilla-esque. It tastes like candy, straight up. That's all I can really say. But the airflow's better. It doesn't choke as much, and so far so good. still uses the crappy device, but I'm feeling a little something so far. I don't know if it was because I was hitting the Blue Dream before I hit this one. I'm gonna take a few more tokes and see where we go from there.
God damn, I was in that shit, man. I never had no dope like that before in my life, man. That's the heaviest shit I ever smoked, man. I mean, I smoked a lot of shit.
Still pretty damn smooth. So far, I'm liking the Sleeper over the Slush, which Blue Dream is one of my favorite strains of all time. My first ever Delta 8 purchase was Blue Dream. It was a 3-Chi Blue Dream card. And then I went from 3-Chi to Cake to Binoid to Medusa, and now I'm kind of just trying everything. Trying these cakes again is pretty crazy, and as you can see, they got little cutouts based on like what strain you got. And another thing about these is they have an additional layer of authenticity. I forgot to show y'all. You get an authentic product with directions. Not everybody gives directions. Not that you really need directions with these one-hit, no-button devices. But so far, not bad. There's more of that artificial flavor coming through. Like on the Blue Dream. That's gonna cost a point. So I gotta say, starting to feel some effects. The Sleeper is way better than the Coldpack. 100%. Not to say that the Coldpack's not bad, but so far it's kind of bad. If you like that artificial flavor and can get it for about 15, maybe 20 bucks, I would say go for it. I wouldn't pay more than like 25 for one of these. I know some people are paying 30, and that's crazy. I got my Modus products for 30. It varies store by store and then by online. For example, Hidden Hills is a lot more expensive on their website, whereas at my store, you know, I save 20 bucks. 25 bucks on each if I buy two. Because of the clogging, the older charging methods, the bad mouthpiece, I can only really rate this based on effects, and those are still so-so with the Coldpack for me. I have to hit the Coldpack a lot to really feel it, whereas the Sleeper's going pretty well. This is a sativa, like, that's so weird. When I first saw Sleeper, my mind was like, this is going to be Indo. It's going to put me in bed. But yeah, Sleeper is just kind of the blend name, like Knockout or Uppercut. Whatever the case, this is a pretty good vape. I'm enjoying it. Would I buy another one? Probably not. I'm going to give the Blue Dream Slush a 5, and I'm going to give this one, it's already having clog starting and stuff, but like, the effects actually feel good. This one is getting a 6.5, possibly a 7. If it doesn't clog back up, we'll give it a 7. But 5 and 6.5 is pretty fair. Cake is kind of a yikes brand. If it works for you and you're enjoying it, that's great. I hope you're getting it at a very decent price, because it's the kind of thing I could see like hitting near its expiration date and having to go on sale in smoke shops in a year or two. And if you get like buy one get ones and stuff, load up. But other than that, yeah, go for the Sleeper if you can. Maybe try the Coldpack if you feel it. Just be prepared for some of the issues that are here. And yeah, that's about it. Gonna do a send off for you guys. Thanks for watching. The next one is going to be a brand new company that I have never reviewed before. And it's going to be a straight indica strain. So be ready. Make sure your cakes are legitimate if you're purchasing them. We'll see you in the next video.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now.